My name is Dracula. Call me Drac. And the night shall be filled with music, and the cares that infest the day shall fold their tents like the Arabs, and then silently steal away. Join with me. The voice doctor will be with us too. My name scares little children and women, but I am a good man, a good person, and I want to tell you how I grew up. It was hard living, and I finally realized that you can be all things to all people. So I was true to myself. I hope that you understand. Dracula is like you. We all try to make a living. We try to get through the day. I can't take the light. I'm on medication now, so I can look at the light. But at night I sleep, and I listen to Mozart. The night shall be filled with music, and the cares that infest the day shall fold the tents like the Arabs, and as silently steal away. I scream like you scream, and I wonder what life is about. I've been around for years and years. I fly at night, and if you fly with me, you can see the world. The world is right there in front of you. We have Count Dracula. Don't call me Count, call me Drac. So, Dracula, you want to be called Drac. It's my nickname, yes. I like to listen to music. Not many people like to listen to the music I like. I don't listen to the upbeat, the music around. I like to listen to music by the masters. And the masters are Mozart, the best. Mozart was just one musician, I know, but he turned me on. Ha, ha, ha. I liked to play him at the castle when I had the castle years ago. And what did people think? They liked him. They didn't know that I liked him, and I slept with the music at night. No sleeping pills, no problems. Mozart. Are you telling us that Mozart could put you to sleep? Not only could he put me to sleep, he made me at one with myself. I want to tell you about myself. Can I do that? Sure, go ahead. I grew up very, very poor. A lot of people grow up poor, Drac. Yes, and I learned that you can't be at one with other people. They had their own problems, and they didn't want to listen to you. Well, people are always saying, how are things, and how you're getting by, and so forth. Yes, but they don't want you to tell them, because if you tell them, they're very unhappy with you. So you don't tell people how you are when they say, how you doing? Oh, no, no, no. Nobody should do that, because then you become a problem. You don't want to be a problem. No, I want to be like you. I want to be normal. And you think I'm normal? Yes, yes, you are normal. You got to be kidding, Drac. I'm normal? Well, you look normal. I look normal. That's nice. And you sound normal. I sound normal. Yes. You sound almost like James Bond. I sound like James Bond? Yes. I heard you do Bond. Bond 007. James Bond. I don't do the accent. I do it like this. Bond 007. James Bond. Yes. I want to reduce my accent, Doctor. Well, all you have to do is just raise the pitch of your voice a little instead of talking all the way down here. That's what you're doing. And talk a little higher and cut the accent. How do you cut the accent? Well, you just talk the way I'm talking. Bond 007. James Bond. It's easy for you to say, but it's not easy for me to do. But you've been around hundreds and hundreds of years, Drek. You should be able to pick that up. I know, but I don't have a good ear. You have a better ear. Yeah, I do have a better ear. I found that out and so forth. So I do voices, and I'm a voice doctor. Yes, you're a very interesting voice doctor. Why do you say that? Well, you report cures of hopeless voice problems. Yes, I do. How did you know that? Well, I read you. You read me? Sure. Which way do you mean you read me? Well, I see that you publish. Yes, I do. And you have a DVD, yes. And you have books in the library. Yes, I do have books in the library. And I like to read you. You like to read me. Which way are you talking about, Drek? You like to read me. Well, I like Change Your Voice, Change Your Life. It's in the library. It's free. You like the book because it's in the library, or you like the book because it's free? Both. That's interesting. And you have another book, Stop Committing Voice Suicide. Yes, I do. And it's in the library. Yes, it is. And it's free. Yes, it is free. And I read it. I want to sound like you. Why do you want to sound like me? I'm just me. No, you are in the face, and I am in the lower throat. No, you're not in the lower throat, Drek. You're up in the face. You're just like a low-pitched voice. You're a bass voice. Yes, it scares the little women and the men and the children. Yes, it could do that. So if you just raise the pitch of your voice, instead of talking all the way down here, if you just talked up there, I want to be your friend. See, if you do that, Count. Don't call me Count. Call me Drek. All right, Drek. So I'll call you Drek. Dracula. Yes, that's my name, Dracula. You sound much better when you raise the pitch of your voice. You don't sound like mumbles. Yes, I know whom you're referring to. Could you say that again without the lower throat? Yes, I know whom you're referring to. You know about Henry the K. Yes, I know Henry the K. He sounds like he comes from somewhere. He comes from somewhere. He has that accent. Yes, I know. But it's hard to understand what he says. Well, you know, Irma Bombeck said, Drek, that if you miss the first few words of Henry Kissinger, it's all over. Yes, I know. Raise that pitch just a little and say, yes, I know. Yes, I know. It sounds so much more listenable, open and friendly. I want to be friendly. I'll do what you say. I'll do you, Drek. I'll do you. Oh, I hear what you're saying. If I bring the pitch up, I sound friendlier. Yes, you do. And if I drop my voice down here, you see, then it's sounding all the way down there, and it's not going to make it through the day because people can't hear that voice down here, and it's kind of monotone. Yes, I understand what you say. I should talk up there. Yes, Drek, you should talk up there. And when you talk up there, you're in tune with Mozart. I'm in tune with Mozart. Yes, Drek, you're in tune with Mozart. And then you could understand the whole world because Mozart gives you insight into what the world is about. Yes, you are right, because when I listen to Mozart, I know that he's at peace. He died young, you know. Yes, I know. 35, 36, 37. Yes, how did you know about that? I have been around, and you like to listen to Mozart. Yes. Why would that be so difficult? I understand what you said. Bring the pitch up. I shouldn't talk down here. I should talk up there. Yes, if you do that. And you can even sound like James Bond, 007. James Bond. That's very interesting, Doctor. Yes. Mozart was one of the greats. Louis Beethoven, others. They're greats. Those are geniuses. Yes, I know. I love to listen to them. And I like to listen to the scream. You like to listen to the scream? I don't understand. You listen to the scream? Yes. I stole the scream. You stole the scream? Yes, I have it at my house. I thought you were in Transylvania. Oh no, that's past. I don't live there anymore. It's too dangerous. I can die from that. So you live out here? Yes, I live in Hollywood. You, Drek, live in Hollywood? Yes. It's much safer to live in Hollywood. There are strange people there, but I like to be with them. So if you like to be with strange people, what do they tell you? What do they do? Well, they like to talk. They like to talk, and they like to talk. And I like to read, I like to listen, and I listen to the scream. I don't understand that. You listen to the scream. I thought you would look at the scream. No, you listen to it, what it says to you. And that's why I am so down. My voice is down because it hurts to see what goes on in the world. Well, Count, if you want to live in this world, you have to face reality. And reality is not all that great. I know Dr. Penglu said, did you read him in Candide? Oh yes, of course. You read him? Sure. He was very, very knowledgeable. Right before dismembered bodies, heads, arms, big crowd, he stood out and said, but this is the best of possible worlds. No, no, no. He said, is this not the best of all possible worlds? Yes. Yes, you're right. He said, is this not the best of all possible worlds? You're dropping down again, Count. I want you to bring your pitch up. Yes, but I get depressed because I see that. And so you stole the scream from the museum? You did it? Yes, because I see what he said. I understood what he says, and I can listen to what he says by looking at the screen. I never thought about that way. Well, you have to see different things. When you grow up, you see things differently than when you were a little child. You were always grown up? Oh, yes. I had a very, very limited childhood. I just was myself, Dracula. And you never had a good childhood? No. I've been in psychoanalysis for years, Doctor. You, Drek, have been in psychoanalysis? Yes, I've tried to find my real self. It's very difficult. How long have you been in psychoanalysis? Oh, a couple of 100 years. A couple of 100 years? Yes, it takes a little while before you begin to understand yourself. That's funny, a couple of 100 years. Most of us are only here for a brief period of time. I know, that's the problem. You know, there was a fellow in the 18th century, Horace Walpole, who said, to those who think, life is a comedy. To those who feel it, a tragedy. Do you feel life as it is? Yes. That's why my voice is so low. And I feel it run with people because they come and they go. And lately I saw a movie called Little Mary Sunshine. Well, that's about people who are disillusioned. Yes, they want to be more than who they are. Yes, people are always trying to be that, and they wind up disillusioned. Yes, the story of my life. That's why I stole the Scream. But Scream is a very, very plaintive story of what we see in life. Yes. A new book came out by Willis, a psychoanalyst in San Francisco, who talks about the fact that we come and go. So what about that? He says that you make too much of yourself. Yes, we all do. We try to be more than we are, and we come and go. I know, but I stay around. That's the problem. And I scream, seeing what goes on. Oh, Count, be serious. Don't call me Count. Call me Drac. If you want, you can call me Dracula. Thank you. You seem to be a troubled person. Yes, that's why I'm in psychoanalysis. Why do you call it psychoanalysis? Am I misreading you? No. You have the people who are studying the id, and they are odd. The people who are studying the id are odd? Oh, yes. Yes, I explained it to you if you joined with me. You know, there was a man at Stanford University years ago by the name of Ernest Hilgard. He died recently, and he was at a mental institution, and he was taking his students from Stanford. You were among them, weren't you? Yes, I was. How did you know that? I watched you. And he lost his badge, and they thought that he was one of the inmates because you can't tell the inmates from the outmates. That's true. You have to listen. And the more he tried to tell them that he's the professor leading the class, the more they knew he's nuts. And what happened? Well, they detained him, and it took hours before they let him go. And he said, you can't tell the inmates from the outmates unless you have the badge. You seem to enjoy that. Yes. If I may say so, yes, I do. You know that we live in a world of corruption, Doctor. Yes, it's everywhere, even where it's not supposed to be. How did you know that? I've been around. All the time they say they're going to end corruption. Yes, they're always trying to end something or start something. It keeps us active and going in life. And corruption is everywhere, even where it's not supposed to be. There was a fellow who said, the name Lord Acton, who said, what did he say? I'm thinking about how he said it, Doctor. He said it that corruption is something tends to be there all the time, and when you check it, you find it's there everywhere. Well, that's intriguing because the newspapers seem to say that, and the media seems to say that, and people seem to say that, but nothing ever changes, does it? No. That's what's so funny about the whole society, Doctor. Nothing changes. It seems that there's change, but we wind up right where we started from. Well, most of us, nearly all of us, except you, Drek, stay around and see it, and so you have a better handle on it. Yes. I like that. A better handle. I find Mozart the better handle. Mozart? Yes, Mozart. You hear the strains of a man, and he puts you at one with yourself. You're really addicted to Mozart. Yes, and if you listen to him, you'll get addicted too. It's a nice addiction. We have an addiction to coffee. We have an addiction to alcohol. We have an addiction to drugs. The whole society is addicted. I am addicted to Mozart. and I'm trying to understand why. You're trying to understand why you're addicted? It's just fellow knows how to write music. That's all. I know. One of a kind. Yes, it's one of a kind. And I like to look at the scream. That's why I stole it from the museum. You stole the scream from the museum. Yes. Could you raise your pitch a little so you have more lilt to your voice? You can sound like Bond, 007, James Bond. I prefer to think of life down. But you're so civil and friendly at the castle. The castle is gone. It's over. There's a magic castle in Hollywood. I go there now and then. They think that I'm a fake. No, I know you're real. I know you. Nobody knows I am the Dracula they fear so much. They like the way I am with the accent. And do you wear the cape? No, I don't have the cape anymore. I've gone modern. So you're living amidst the society. You've gone modern. You listen to Mozart, and you sleep at night well, without drugs or alcohol or anything else. Yes. I'd like to explain that you can sleep at night if you listen to music. Music. And the night shall be filled with music, and the cares that infest the day shall fold their tents like the Arabs, and they silently steal away. Mozart is a great addiction, and I can tell you why. It puts you at one with yourself. It makes you think there's beauty in the world. Didn't some fellow by the name of Shelley say, beauty is truth and truth is beauty, and that's all you need to know? That's nice for him to say, but there's not that much beauty in this world from what I see, and I want to be at one with myself, and I am when I just listen to music. You're a very interesting fellow, Drek. What do people say about you? Well, they think I'm a nice guy, but when they find out I'm Dracula, it's all over. That's why I am changing my name. Call me Drek. Drek. Yes, Drek. That's my nickname, Drek. What does that mean? Well, I don't want to tell you right away, but it means what it means. And Dracula is out? Yes, Dracula is out. And you're not at the castle in Transylvania? No, I'm at the Magic Castle in Hollywood. And you do a shtick of some kind there? Oh yes, I am a shtick. And do you have a family? Yes. How did you know? I didn't, I'm just asking. Do you want to tell me about your family? Yes. I have a family, and they grow up, and they go to school, and they're normal. I want to be more like they are. You want to be more like your kids are than you are? Yes. They have been raised in this society. They don't think about this. They don't think about that. All they think about is plastic. They think about what? Plastic. Plastic? Plastic. 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 And what is that? You know, the credit cards. All they do is they take the credit cards and they spend their money. So what's the problem? Don't you fly around at night and earn your income? Yes. But they spend faster than I can make it. But that's normal. You said you want to be normal. That's the whole society. People are always spending more money than they're making, and the wife spends it, the husband tries to make it. Isn't that the way it is? Yes. How did you know that? Oh, well, I have a wife. She's always spending faster than I can make it. Ha ha ha! That's funny. You have to stay ahead of the game, ahead of the curve. You have to make more than she can spend. Oh, that's abnormal. You can't do that. People live on the edge. Yes, I know. They're always on the brink. On the brink, yes, on the brink. You know, a few years ago, the medical doctors went out on a strike, and they had to give it up because after 3 months, they didn't have any more money. 3 months for the doctors. Most people, if they don't get the paycheck, they're out of business in 2 weeks, maybe a week. They live from paycheck to paycheck. Yes, I know that. What's wrong with that? That's normal, isn't it? Yes, but I don't want to be that kind of normal. I want to be normal, normal. Normal, normal. That's like a double whammy, a double hamburger. Yes. And then you see what happens with people who eat so much. They get obese. They wind up with diabetes. They have all these problems. They can't stop eating. You don't look like you're overweight, Drek. No. I watch my diet because I know it can kill you. Drek, can you bring the range up a little? Because when you talk all the way down there, you have that scary voice. Yes, I know, but I like the voice. I have an identity problem. I want to talk with the accent and down in the lower throat where I feel it comfortable. But you're not in the lower throat, you're up in the face. Your voice carries. Yes, I am told that. You're not like Henry Kissinger, Count. No, I think he talks like that. I can't understand what he says, and I missed the first few words, and it's all over like Bombeck lady, Emma Bombeck. And you know about her? Of course, she said if you miss the first few words of Henry Kissinger, it's all over. That's why I like to listen to Mozart. You can listen on and on and on, and your ear will stay tuned. And I'm at one with myself, normal. If you're normal, do you find any fulfillment in being true to yourself? I am true to myself. I simply have changed from one time to another. I want to be like people. I want to eat hamburgers. I want to eat fries. I want to gain weight. But you don't gain weight. No. My system is immune to it. Your system is immune to it. Yes. When I eat all this food, I can't make it. So what happens? I can't take the food. So you don't have problems. No. I want to be like you. I want to be normal. And when I am normal, I eat a little, not much. And I take a little bite. And when I have a little bite, I can see right. I need to be you. And now I have to say, I believe it is time to go. Time to go. Time to go. We just started. I know. I'll see you next time. Thank you for having me on the program. I'm Drek. Call me Drek. Thank you, Dracula. My pleasure.